Okay, so let's say that you want to go and visit the world famous Saalbach bike park, and you're looking online for some accommodation. And Saalbach's a really beautiful town, village. Not quite sure what it's classed at, but it is beautiful. No, nobody can argue with that. And you think you're looking at accommodation, and then all of a sudden you find a little place just down the road, somewhere like Viehhofen, right? And you're thinking, I wonder if I could stay there because the accommodation's that little bit cheaper, and whether I could, drive or cycle into Saalbach from there, given it's just a couple of kilometres. Well, if you're wondering how to cycle from Viehhofen to Saalbach Bike Park, well, this video is absolutely for you. It may be the only video in existence that tells you how to do this, but we're going to go through how to do that now. So there is, not always obvious from the road, but very obvious on a bike once you start cycling. There is a sort of designated cycling and walking path, and it takes you from Viehhofen to Saalbach. Now, I didn't test this out, but apparently it does go all the way to Saalbach, but don't quote me on that because I didn't do that. I did, however, cycle from Viehhofen to Saalbach Bike Park. It's a nice cycle route. It's quite leisurely. There's some really nice features along the way, which we'll get to in this video. Absolutely we will. And also if you've got kids, loads of things to do with the kids along the way, little play parks off to the side. So for the first majority of time you are away from the road. The road is I believe the speed limit's 100 kilometers an hour, but Austrians are fast drivers, as I've discovered. So you probably like to see cars flying down that road. There is maybe 1 or 2 points when you're next to the road. Sometimes you're separated by concrete barriers. Sometimes you're separated by a ditch. Occasionally you're separated by a whole river running alongside you. But you are pretty much separated from the road apart from a couple of 100 meters where cars are going to be whizzing past you. So just be aware of that if you are going to take kids down this route. The cycle route goes all the way to the bike park lift. Don't be confused, I'll show you in a second, but there's a lift before the bike park lift. You go past that one, keep going for another another kilometre or something, I didn't exactly measure it. And you basically go under a bridge, and it takes you to the other ski lift. Although you honestly can't miss it. It's a giant ski lift. It's not like some tiny one-person gondola. It's a big ski lift to get to the bike park. So yeah, vast majority of it is safe, but there are some points where you are going to be skimming across the road for a couple of 100 meters or so. As I've hinted to, it's brilliant to do it if you've got kids. There's lots of little things to play with along the side of the road, so that's absolutely great. Entertainment for the kids, although, it does turn a 15 to 20 minute bike ride into a 3.5 hour bike ride. But it's all good if you're okay with that leisurely pace. On top of that, not that much to report really. It's pretty much smooth tarmac. It is slightly uphill on the way there, and how I discovered that is it took me 5 minutes longer to get there than it did to get back, and I was pushing a lot less on the way back than I was to get there. So it's a little bit uphill on the way there, a little bit downhill on the way back, but it's one of those you don't notice until you're on your way back and you realise how much quicker you are. It's because you've just got that slight, ever so slight gradient working for you on the way back. So that's it really. I'll leave you with the images. Like I said, it's a short little bike ride. If you're going like very slow, just like chatting and pedaling at a really slow cadence, it's probably 25 minutes. If you cycle at speed, it's probably 15 minutes. And again, on the way back, you can knock 5 minutes off those times. you will just fly back on the way back. Okay. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. It's probably the only video of its kind, or at least the only video of its kind in English for sure. But just in case you're wondering, yes, you can absolutely get from one of the other villages to Saalbach Bike Park on a designated bike trail. It is nice, mainly smooth tarmac. It's an easy ride and really fun with kids. Alright, thanks for watching. Maybe I'll see you next time. What the? Oh, they're yeah. Always want to see something.